Feet pictures, perhaps the most common question we get in our student programs. There is always that one student who will ask us if a teen selling or sharing feet pictures is illegal or not, and what other issues might arise from that. The question about feet pictures typically pops up during the sexting, nudes, and intimate images discussion. In fact, there are a plethora of online sites where teens and adults can sell and share these types of pictures. For specifics, do contact your lawyer, but during our investigations, working primarily with Canadian students and police and family on this matter, there are a few things of interest to note. For some context, we ran a quick informal social media poll for teens that follow us, and we asked, do you know a teen who is selling feet pictures? Out of 183 teens who replied, 34 said yes, and that's about 19%. Although this was a small anecdotal survey, it did shed some light on the fact that yes, there are some teens, appears to be a small number though, who engage in this type of online behavior. In fact, we worked with a family whose teen was selling feet pictures for about $25 per picture deck. This specific teen was selling pictures of their feet and they made over $350 in 1 week. So this is a reality that teens, parents, and caregivers and educators need to understand, and any possible legal challenges that could pop up. It is well understood that when it comes to a teen sending or selling nudes, there could be criminal consequences under the criminal code, such as the possession and distribution of child sexual abuse material. However, the question now needs to be answered is, are selling and distributing teen feet pictures applicable to these laws, and therefore also illegal? After reading the criminal code combined with several voiced opinions from legal scholars, the answer looks to be probably no. Why? Well, because the picture of a person's feet would not fall within the legal description of child pornography. By definition, child sexual abuse material are images engaged in or depicted as engaged in explicit sexual activity, or the dominant characteristic of which is the depiction for a sexual purpose of a sexual organ. The definition of intimate image in the other law means nude, exposing genitals or anal region or breasts, or is engaged in explicit sexual activity. If a foot picture was taken as part of sexual activity with more in the image beyond the regular bare backdrop, now we're probably getting closer to the illegal image threshold. We would have to wait for court to determine where that threshold limit is. Another law that could apply here, people have thought about, is the obtaining sexual services for consideration, that everyone in any place obtains for consideration or communicates to anyone for the purposes of considering the sexual services of a person under the age of 18 is guilty of an offense and liable to imprisonment for Section 286.1. It would appear it would be up to a court to determine case specifics on the parameters for what consists of a sexual service, and we would see this mostly used in buying of physical services. Online, though, we could see a court ruling either yes or no, but if selling sexual images, not a full nude, were to be ruled illegal, that would have far-reaching implications. So probably unlikely to be ruled that way, but anything is possible. A concern for feet pics is the fueling and the growth of online exploitation of youth. Often the selling of what teens can see as innocent feet pictures can also lead to more intimate pictures being shared and sold. Why? Because sometimes those who purchase feet pictures will pay more money for an actual nude. And there is a temptation and maybe sometimes pressure for more money. And we do see that happening. Collection of youth feet pictures can also be found in larger collections of child sexual abuse material. At the very least, are sexualized in the same manner as full naked nude images. The people buying such images, given the ages that we're talking about here, teen feet pictures, creates a lot of questions about the character of the buyer. So, although feet pictures are probably not illegal to distribute or sell, and although youth may believe that sending or selling such pictures are not harmful, it is important to note that such pictures can do and support sexual exploitation of youth, and there is a direct nexus here. Although the selling of feet pictures may not be illegal under the criminal code, teens do need to understand that there could be significant financial consequences with income tax. Recently, we had a discussion with a business accountant and learned something very interesting. The selling of feet pictures would be considered a service by the revenue agency, and therefore any money made, even gifts, would need to be considered as taxable income. This fact also applies to those under the age of 18 who are running their business. If the money was made legally or illegally by a teen, the government will want their cut for taxes. So, stay safe and understand the impact of any decisions you make online.